Hi, divine beings. So I'm about to move to a new location. It seems that my time in this space has ended. And part of what I do is I activate power grids in every single country that I travel to. And when the job's done, I get sent to a different location. So it seems that I've been called somewhere else. And I'm not going to reveal where it is yet, but you guys will see on the videos. Okay. For those who don't know me, my name is Ilian Nicole, and I'm a sixth density being, a mystic, a wonder that is here to help you dissolve your conditionings and get out of the matrix, get out of the illusion, be liberated. I want to change the word enlightenment because I'm seeing with some of my students that they made it a thing, and I've been through that phase too. You cannot make enlightenment a thing because there's no person to get enlightened. It's just a state of infinite joy, connection, liberation. And a good metric to realize if you are there is that you don't even think about it, you don't even talk about it, and you are just, except for your t-shirts, if it's relevant to me or someone else that is that mirror for you, but you feel more like nothing, no one, and everything. And you're like a little dot in the speck of the whole seeming world, and you're just happier. You don't suffer, or suffering is reduced to 1%. And you don't have thoughts. Your mind goes silent. You don't have fear. And you just function by inspiration because you're connected to God's source in the realization that you're all oneness or love. And the mind starts when it needs to tell you something. And that's when you do something out of that inspired action to benefit yourself as the whole. So, a really advanced state can be when you are feeling deep realization, feeling more ecstasy, feeling more bliss. But if there's still a little thing that it's making it a thing, that's the thing to let go of. Like, oh, that's the state. Oh, I'm finally there. That's the thing to let go of because the being that's finally there wouldn't even speak about it. And it's kind of like a contradiction because if the only reason I say that is because I have made an agreement with humanity to teach and share, but even me speaking, it's an error. It's a mistake because there's nothing to say. It's just love. It's just oneness. Okay. So epic introduction. The next videos are gonna be about what's it gonna be about? You. What is this lecture about? Okay, four alchemies that are gonna boost your confidence. And your confidence, let's not say they're gonna boost your ego because we're dissolving the ego. But what we're doing here, not only enlightenment, we're doing actualization. We're not only doing liberation of your soul, but for you to embody your highest timeline, your juiciest desires, the most epic and delicious trips and travels, your dream person, your dream partner, your dream friends, your what else? Infinite numbers in your bank account, which are just symbols of energetics and how much you're willing to hold in your body. So in terms of actualization, I'm going to share four alchemies that are going to boost your confidence into realizing that you already are the genius in your craft. You already are the expert in what your soul came here to do. And you're just unbecoming and releasing all the layers that are telling you that you're not there yet, because then you can just flow and shine your radiance. This is not something that you have to learn in school. This is not something you read in a book. This is your unique soul blueprint that came here to radiate. And when you remove the distortions, the illusions, the lack, the seeming validation, the seeming people pleasing, the seeming like, oh, I'm not there yet, the seeming of all these hindrances, then you're fully ready to shine bright, shine your light, like Harry Potter. I even have the socks. Like a little kid. That's the beauty of it. It's like you become like a little kid again. Okay. So what you want wants you back and it wants you clear. So this will take you out of any sense of seeming rejection, separation, or oh, does he really like me, or does the client really wants to work with me, or does she really wants to be my friend? Like all these limiting conditionings that are not true. If you like someone, if you want something, if you feel called to create a new relationship, a new connection, if you want to invite somebody on a date, that means that that same being wants you back. Their soul is looking for you for a contract as an exchange that is going to elevate you both. It can turn into business, it can turn into friendship, it can turn into a romantic connection, it can turn into your next big breakthrough, it can turn into student. It's always teacher and student. Everybody you meet in that moment, that's your biggest mirror and reflection for your liberation and actualization. And there's always an exchange. So what you want wants you back, but it wants you clear. If you want the things, the people, the situations, the circumstances that you feel inspired and attracted to and magnetized to, you got to get really clear and intentional into what is exactly that we're both alchemizing here, because it's not what one person does and what the other being does and then it's two separate entities. No, it's one being coming together to know itself and propel themselves further to the next level of the realization. So the beings that are not supporting your realization and actualization are going to flow off your path, they're going to fall off. So you have to really let go of all that no longer serves. Really great ritual is every night when you fall asleep, you just say, I recommend that I release all that no longer serves. Even if in the timeline before, because it's not real, it's just a theater of consciousness, you were best friends with someone, at night you say, I release all that no longer serves. And be completely open for the next day, the hologram to shift, and that being doesn't even exist in your reality. So you cannot be attached. Because if you fully let go and you realize that you're everyone and everything, it doesn't matter in which body it shows up. It's just a vibrational match for the alchemy and the process that your soul is going through in that moment. So what you want wants you back, but it wants you clear. You have to be ready for your liberation. You have to be ready for the next level of expansion. It's always a win-win. It's always a clear energetic exchange. So if you're not committed to your liberation, if you're not committed to your actualization, if you're not committed to dissolve the sanskars and the conditionings that are not allowing you to be in your most juicy, excited, yummy state, stateless state, because at that point it's not even a state, it's a feeling of joy and connection, oneness, then reality is going to match you with somebody that's in the same vibration, because that is the win-win of the moment, the win-win for the whole collective to live in harmony, because all that the world's doing at all the time is balancing itself out so everybody gets what it needs. So everybody always has what they need and a bit more. So you're always safe, you're always protected. That should take away the whole fear of dying and the lack of resources and basic needs. You will always have what you need. But if you want to be thriving, if you want to be successful, whatever success means to you, but successful in your craft, in your calling, in financial abundance, so you have the freedom to go and stay in epic places and have the delicious meals and take the first class flights. And that's the point. So you are living in comfort and luxury. You need to be able to be open to raise your frequency, because all of those delicious comfort things are there for you as you earn them, because you're being of more service. And what's the highest service you can give to humanity? Your own liberation. So when you have less sanskars, less conditionings, less thought forms, then reality blesses you with the connections and the beings and the opportunities and the yumminess and the monies that are going to support you in that path, because you're supporting the whole by being willing to raise in consciousness. Every little raising vibration in consciousness that you do benefits the whole, because then you're as a clear mirror, a radiation of that possibility, because we all have that same potential. So if you want to live in luxury and abundance and wealth consciousness, and then you got to up your game. So that's the paradox. It's like, yeah, there's no one and there's everything and oneness and you don't exist and whatnot, but you have a soul frequency, you have a blueprint. So after enlightenment, the key is, and the metric is, how much fun you're having, how easy it's getting, how much more abundance you have, how much more excited and aligned do you feel to choose the things that are really calling you and that turn you on, and that your soul is like, yes, let's go here, even though you don't know how it's going to look like, how it's going to turn to be, but you're like, yes, let's do it and see what happens. And that's the beauty of a liberated soul that is following the breadcrumbs of excitement, and it's just meeting itself over and over into its deepening of actualization and joy. Because what we all want is the same thing, that feeling of oneness, of connection, of intimacy, of seeing oneself as the other self in the other, as one God, one truth, one love. So boost your confidence in the knowing that what you want wants you back, yet it wants you clear. So how clear are you? How committed are you to your devoted are you to your liberation, your actualization, the release of fear, the fulfillment of your craft and your calling, from the space that you're doing it because it's fun, not because you want to accomplish something, not because you need to prove yourself, not because that's all like little ego illusions, but because it's a never-ending journey of expansion. So what do I want to create today for myself and the rest of myself that I know it's going to bring more joy and radiance and excitement and beauty to the world, the seeming world? And then you start earning all these credits and all these like cool mirrors that start appearing in your field, and life becomes a delicious orchestra of beauty and harmony, just like Disneyland, your own personal private Disneyland everywhere in the world that you want to be at, because there's no more separation, fear, lack, and illusion. And you take action from that knowing. And be prepared to meet your limiting beliefs, be prepared to meet your distortions. But that's the point, because in the journey of actualizing yourself, you're going to see what are the mixed frequencies and the mixed vibrations that are not letting you have that reality crystallize right here, right now. Because if you didn't have limiting beliefs, distortions, or any voice or any subtle energy that is saying this is not possible for me, you would have it right away. So that's what we're uncovering here. Where do you have any voice that says this is not possible for me? And if that's the case, that's part of why I exist. This field exists. So you can book a 1 hour call with me to taste my body of work by clicking the link in the description. You can have the choice too to have 1 week calibration to see if we really connect and align to transform you into the next level of your soul's evolution. Or we have 21-day quantum leap, and this is my favorite because this is the one that can create true transformation. In all of the other containers, the 1 hour call, you get a reflection, you get a calibration, something shifts. In the 1 week, things accelerate, but deep transformation happens when you commit for at least 21 days. And after that, we have an opportunity to work together for 6 months or for a year. But for that, we need to have a conversation to see if it's a fuck yes, if it's aligned. If you, it's not only the investment in monies, you have to be invested also in your intention, okay? Because I have been offered millions and trillions and whatnot, but if the intention is not there, I'm gonna say no. Because if I'm gonna work hand in hand with you for 6 months or a year, we need to really be in the same vibe. Okay? So now you know, there's the link, you have the codes. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe, leave a comment. I feel really grateful to read all your reflections. I'm really happy that you're here. This is Soul Family. Feel free to see me as your sister. Uh, yeah, even if I'm the mentor or whatever, the role that I'm playing here for the collective, this is family vibes, okay? So I'm your big sister, I'm your mentor, or I'm just here, this beautiful bubble of joy that radiates your day and brings you a smile. I'm happy with that too. Um, there was one last thing. Yes. So these are 4 alchemies. This is going to be a 4 video series. This is number 1. And expect 3 more in the 4 alchemies that are going to boost your confidence. And if you haven't checked the last mini series I did, those were 3 videos where I shred. Yes, you shred conditionings. I shared the 3 truths of reality. And those got really popular. I was like, fuck yeah, that's amazing. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Sending you all my love.